Shit. My bad, y'all. It's Skin Hardaway, Southerntea, back with another EP. And I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all hit that like button for your boy on the way in. And again, like, okay, look, y'all, this is not a drill. Again, I know I told y'all AB was going to be fighting July 30th, right? Right? I know I said July 30th, right? But it ain't July 30th. It ain't going to be July 30th, y'all. It's gonna be August 20th. It's gonna be August 20th. You know what I mean? That's the return of the Can Man. But not only is the Can Man coming back, the Can Man coming back with 2 title fights on his fucking docket. Y'all, that's big time. Let me tell you to my people that came in the building. Shout out my brother G5. Appreciate you sliding through this joint, G5. Glad you can make it. My brother Just Do. Appreciate you sliding through this joint, Just Do. Glad you could make it. Glad you could make it. Yo, we got 2 title fights on AB, fight card when he come back. He the headliner against Figueroa, and we got 2, title fights on that joint. I'm finna reach out this argue, straight from the boxing scene, you know what I mean? We gonna be here for a good time, not a long time, man. Adrian Broner and Omar Figueroa have a date. They finally have a date, you know what I mean? The return of the Can Man. Boxing scene has learned that Showtime broadcast Broner-Figueroa is the main event of a triple header August 20th from the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Hollywood, Florida. We got a reason to go to Florida. Look at that, y'all. Well, look at that. Y'all know I love me some Florida, man. Broner-Figueroa announced on their social media platforms last month that they agreed to box, but they initially indicated that they will square off July 23rd somewhere in Chicago. Showtime will televise 2 12-round title fights before Broner and Figueroa next month. Roger Gutierrez defends his WBA World 135 championship against Hector Luis Garcia. You know, if that name sounds familiar, Hector Luis Garcia is the guy that upset Keith Colbert in his title fight. Hector Luis Garcia is currently, the regular WBA champion. You know what I mean? He fighting Roger Gutierrez. That was the fight, that was setting up Colbert versus Gutierrez for the WBA title. So their strap is for WBA regular title. Albert Puello and Puello-Akhmedov will face off for the vacant title, the vacant WBA title also, the 140-pound title. The 140-pound title that Josh Taylor vacated. You know what I mean? And Josh Taylor recently vacated the 140-pound WBA title. You know what I mean? But Akhmedov and Puello, you know what I mean? We was talking about him not too long ago on Southerntea. Albert Puello and Akhmedov are facing off for the WBA 140-pound title, you know what I mean? So we got 2 WBA title fights, you know what I mean? Gutierrez versus Garcia and Akhmedov versus Puello, you know what I mean? On the Adrian Broner card, August 20th. You know what I mean? I'm going to tell you, he said, as for Broner and Figueroa, they'll square off in a bout between a 32-year-old former champions who are similar stages of their career. Both boxers also were in layoffs August 20th. Cincinnati's Broner, 34-4-1, 24 KOs, won no contest, hasn't boxed since his 12-round unanimous decision win over Puerto Rico's Jovini Santiago, February 21st. And Santiago marked the end of a 2-year hiatus. Figueroa most recently lost by a technical knockout versus Abel Ramos, who stopped Figueroa following the 6-round one-sided one-side rounds. They had a misprint. I think they meant a 6-round one-sided bout, in Carson, California type deal. So Adrian Broner making his ring return, August the 20th against Figueroa. We got 2 former champions on the docket as well with Adrian Broner. You know what I mean? So instead of Adrian Broner, having, a decent type card, they really turn Adrian Broner card up. You know what I mean? For August 20th. If y'all see these fights and stuff starting to come out, their fall schedule, their boxing schedule, these big names, the bigger name fighters normally get their dates first. You know what I mean? They done gave Adrian Broner a whole fucking title fight card, and he headlining it. Y'all telling me, man, Adrian Broner. And then before Jermell Charlo just did his 800K, right, on Showtime, right, for Undisputed, the second time, Adrian Broner had the Showtime record for a boxing event off a 2-year layoff with a nigga named Santiago, who not a lot of us really know. You know what I mean? He did like 330K with Santiago, who nobody really know. You know what I mean? So this card right here really lit. I'm looking forward to this junk. Like as soon as I saw this, I was like, hey, yeah, I got to do a Southerntea, on this junk. And I know I had told y'all he was gonna fight July 23rd. So I had to make sure I followed up, I had to make sure I followed up, with the correct date. Hopefully Albert Bell could get on this junk. I know he was supposed to be on the last card. So hopefully Albert Bell could get, on this undercard, something like that. But Adrian Broner, August 20th, Gutierrez versus Roger Gutierrez versus Garcia. Garcia is the dude that beat Chris Colbert. The dude that just beat Chris Colbert took his O. He fighting for the WBA 130-pound title. And Albert Puello, who we was talking about earlier, he fighting Akhmedov for the 140-pound WBA title on this card with Adrian Broner. So we got some, we got some bangers on this joint. You know what I mean? Slick on this joint. He said, how much longer? Your opinion, either way for Spence fight. I don't know, man. I don't know. We're gonna talk about that later. My brother just finna do a live stream, and we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it there. We talking about AB making his ring return. August 20th right now. You know what I mean? I feel like AB, yeah, the can man is back. I feel like AB won. I feel like AB one win away from one knockout. Away from people putting them right back into the spotlight. You know what I mean? I think he one win away from everybody back believing in Adrian Broner again. Because y'all know we want to believe in Adrian Broner anyway, tell you the truth. It's hard. Adrian Broner, it's hard not to like a guy, you know what I'm saying, like Adrian Broner. I know a lot of people turned on him, but deep down, I know if Adrian Broner go out there and get a knockout, he'll get the people, you know what I mean, right back. Because Adrian Broner, one of those people, it's like inside this, I had this conversation on Southerntea before. I was like, some people are Hall of Famers and some people are legends. You could be a Hall of Famer. You could be a legend and not be a Hall of Famer. I personally feel like Adrian Broner will be both. You know what I mean? But Adrian Broner is a legend, you know what I mean? By the standards of what he do in the ring and what he do out the ring, it really don't matter what he do. People go talk about it and we go care about it. Adrian Broner came off a 2-year layoff and did $330,000 on Showtime. The average, fighter on Showtime maybe do $100,000. Just to be real with y'all, before Jermell Charlo last recent fights, he was doing maybe $100,000. Adrian Broner, and Earl was doing 300Ks and on the Showtime. Showtime ain't really a boxing app. You know what I mean? It ain't the platform that ESPN is. So to do 300,000. 500,000, shit like that on the junk like Showtime, that's a little different, you know what I mean, type deal. But Adrian Broner, always been a drop. It was the time where Adrian Broner was top 10 pound for pound, you know what I mean, as high as 5 pound for pound, you know what I mean, Adrian Broner. So I feel like Adrian Broner, he go in there and he do what I think, he should do to Broner-Figueroa. You know what I mean? I think he gonna get the people right back in his good graces. And we gonna be, cheering for Adrian Broner, you know what I mean? Again, type deal. A lot of people don't know Adrian Broner ain't as old as you think. Adrian Broner has been fighting a while, but he ain't as old as you think. Adrian Broner is 32, 33, you know what I mean? Years old. Type deal. That's not extremely old for a boxer. For most people, that's still, their physical prime. You don't start to fade on your physical prime, till about 35, 36. You know what I mean? Type deal like that. Adrian Broner do got a lot of miles on, you know what I mean? A lot of amateur fights, a lot of professional fights, over 40 professional fights, or close to 40 professional fights, or something like that type deal. But I think AB got one more, run in him. You know what I mean? I think he's very capable. It's times in every fight. I don't even got to use his last fight. It's times in every fight where AB, will be putting it on the guy and he'll just stop throwing his hands, put his hands in his pocket. But you can see in flashes when AB let his hands go, you know what I mean? People get hurt. Let's go to his last fight for a second. Santiago, he actually cut Santiago, in that fight, and he barely even threw punches in that fight. And I know it sounds, man, like a fucking broken record. It sounds so repetitive. All AB got to do is let his hands go. And it's really that simple, man. All AB got to do is let his hands go. But I like how Showtime stacked the card, you know what I mean? They put 2 more title fights on it, you know what I mean? This is a diehard boxing fans' dream right here, this card right here, to be real with you. You got an Adrian Broner headline. You got 2 championship fights as the undercards. Come on, man. What more could you ask for? You know what I mean? Seriously. Like, what more could you ask for? You know what I mean? Type of this, for free. It's free. You know what I mean? Can't beat that. Can't beat that with a stick. Yeah, he did drop Santiago. I know he cut him though. He might have dropped him. I'm not sure, Isaiah. I can't remember right now. But I know he did cut him though. He didn't throw that many punches. But when he did let his hand go, he did cut him. What's good, Queen Quee? Appreciate you sliding through this junk, Queen Quee. Glad you can make. I got to drop the flames one time. Got to drop the flames one time for Queen Quee if I don't drop the flames for nobody else. Appreciate you sliding through this. I'm in here letting y'all know that Adrian Broner will be fighting August 20th and not July 23rd. And it's 2 title fights on his docket. Roger Gutierrez is fighting Luis Garcia. Luis Garcia is the guy that beat Chris Colbert. He's the guy that took Chris Colbert. You know what I mean? He's the guy that took Chris Colbert. They're fighting for the 130-pound WBA belt. And Puello and Akhmedov, they're fighting for the 140-pound WBA belt. So we got 2 WBA championship defenses coming up. You know what I mean? Adrian Broner headlining. I'm excited. You know what I mean? I'm excited about that jump. And before I get up out of here, I want to hit y'all with it. Get it, Coach Joe said, "D, that was good, Coach Joe." There you go, AB fight. There you go, man. AB fight around Queen Queen birthday. There you go, man. I'm gonna tell you, happy birthday on your birthday. Happy early birthday. Yeah, it's Queen Day. Appreciate y'all folks sliding through this junk. Glad y'all can make it. Skin Hardaway Southerntea. This ain't the past. This ain't the future, but this the present. That's how we rocking. And I'm out. Look, make sure y'all head over to Brother Just Do. Brother Just Do about to go live in 5 minutes, I think, if he ain't already live. So make sure we just, go over on to the other side. You know what I mean? Go on over to Brother Do. You know what I mean? That's where I'm going to be at. You know what I mean? I'm going to be over there, Brother Do. You know what I mean? Myself. So we going to slide on over to Just Do Boxing. What's good, Curtis? Glad you could make it, Pimp. Glad you could make it. AB coming back October 20th. 2 championship fights on this undercard. Albert Puello versus Akhmedov for the 140-pound WBA strap. And we got Luis Garcia versus Robert Gutierrez for the 130-pound WBA strap. But y'all finna get up out of here, man. This ain't the past. This ain't the present. I mean, damn. This ain't the past. This ain't the future. But this the present. This how we rocking.